When we lose friends, when we lose the ability to dignify humanity, we get angry. And that happens in a vigil. And that happens when there's loss. I want to take a moment to introduce to you CJ, who is the voice of some of our friends who are unhoused that are youth and LGBTQ youth. And we know the impact of that, and CJ knows it up close and personal.
Hi everyone, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Am I loud enough?
Yeah.
Good. I hope we can disrupt their catered event on the other side there. So, my name is CJ. I was born and raised in this state, all over. I grew up in foster care. That's no surprise to people who know me. But what is a surprise is that I didn't allow myself to become a statistic. And DCYF was ready for me to become a statistic. And they told me when I was a teenager, as I was aging out of the system, you're going to be homeless, so you should start looking into shelters. And I said, fuck that. Right. But I just want you guys to know that it's equally as difficult for young people who don't know what's out there, who don't know how to speak up for themselves and advocate for what they need, who have no idea what it's like living alone on the street, that are being cast out by both our state, right, DCYF, but also other shelters. You know, young people who are LGBTQ have no safe place in Rhode Island to house themselves. So they're going into these shelters, they're getting assaulted, they're getting harassed, and they're being kicked right back out into the street.
Like I did.
And, you know, we've identified an issue in this state, and we've brought it to the highest levels of government, and we've said, what are you going to do about this issue? And they've turned a blind eye. Instead, they're celebrating and feasting on the taxpayers' money. So, you know, it's heartbreaking as someone like myself who's young. I feel old sometimes, but I'm young, to know that fellow young people are out here without the support of the state, without parents, without friends, without money, sleeping right here, actually, at Roger Williams Memorial.
Exactly.
And every time I drive by now, I always look to see if one of my youth are there. It's heartbreaking to know that our state can do that to our children, a population of youth who are oftentimes forgotten about. And I'm tired of being forgotten about. I'm tired of having to be the one to stand up and disclose my trauma to seek change. And, you know, just a quick thing, I mean, I go to Rhode Island College now for social work. And, thank you. I'm going for my bachelor's degree. But I incurred a housing debt because I live on campus because it's too expensive for me to live anywhere else alone. And I live on campus. It was $5,000 for one semester. One semester. And I said to the college, I can't afford to pay that off in the 4 months that you're giving me. None of your faculty could afford that. And they said, well, then, see, there's the door. And they were literally ready to watch me drop out and lose my housing simultaneously because I couldn't pay down $5,000 in 4 months. It's happening in our academic institutions, the injustices. It's happening in our shelters, the ones that we do have, and it's happening right here in this building, where people are saying, there's the door. There's the door. And it doesn't affect us. It's not in our neighborhood. And quite frankly, I'm sick and tired as someone who's local and who's grown up, you know, Branch Ave, Manton, seeing people that in our highest positions of government from, East Providence, they don't know a day in the life of most of the people out here. And so I'm just thankful that I can be here and speak on behalf of all of the young people who are out here and all of the foster youth who are being shipped out into the street to demand change, and that our government and that our leaders do what is necessary and was required of them and live up to their office. Thank you.